Hello, my fellow Americans. 'Tis I, the Rumpled One. You know, I haven't even put up any videos till now. It's already February. I missed the whole month of January. I made some, movies I've watched videos, but I just thought it's time to just, take a step back because most of what I say you probably already know. I mean, things aren't changing. We got Trump out there. Everybody's, beating on Trump, trying to deflect your attention off of the issues and putting it onto the participants. And they're making it about a race as opposed to about the issues. Who's in front? Who's got higher polling numbers? That's all irrelevant. Who cares about that? Let's talk about the issues. Immigration, the economy, things that really matter to us. But once again, they're doing that. They want you to look over here while they're doing what they have to do over here. I mean, we lost the Supreme Court justice. Now they're talking about filibustering and stonewalling because they don't want Obama to appoint it. They want to save it for the next president, hoping that it's going to be a Republican president. I mean, is that a good thing or a bad thing? You have to wonder. All I know is it seems that this country, this election, I don't think I've seen a more polarizing election in my laps around the sun, during my laps around the sun. I really haven't. I mean, this is just, it's just awful. This country, it's basically just being ripped apart at the seams. We just have two such diverse opinions, where on the one hand we've got these people who just want to give everything to seemingly just about everybody, whether or not they deserve it, whether or not they even belong here in the first place, but let's just give them, give. On the other hand, we've got a group that says, no, let's stop all that. Let's, make everybody responsible for themselves. But they're the ones that are seen as evil. Because, once again, politics is appeal to the heart. It's not about logic and reason. It's all about emotion. Oh, how can you not give that to the starving babies? Oh, look at these poor people. Oh, we've got to do something for them. As opposed to, life is choices. If you don't choose wisely, then you're going to have to suffer the consequences. And why is it we have to do this at a federal level? It just doesn't make sense. Charity begins at home. It should be at the local level, not even truly at the state level. It's just crazy. So that's one of the reasons I just backed off, because like I said, you guys know this, otherwise you wouldn't be watching my videos. It's not like I'm telling you something brand spanking new. I mean, there's really nothing new under the sun. It's just a repeat, a rehash, a redo. It's kind of sad, really. It really is, People talking about, they want to raise the minimum wage. But the one thing I've seen in the local job market, they want everything. The employers do. They want all kind of skill sets, but they don't want to pay anything. How did things get out of balance? I don't know. I guess I missed it. I've been on my own for so long. It just doesn't make sense to me. Of course, we got cheap gasoline right now. That's making things a little bit better. But as far as the job situation goes, I mean, our government's lying to us. Oh, are they lying to us? And we're talking about student debt and things of that nature. Why is it we're putting kids through school, getting an education, and when they come out, they've got a degree that's worth zero? I mean, once again, this doesn't make sense. I heard a good idea on the radio where you sit down with a piece of paper, a form or something, maybe it's on the computer, and you go, I want to go for this degree, and it tells you what that degree pays. And this is, okay, I'm going to have all these in student loans. if I get that degree. And it shows you, where's the break even? You're going to have to work 5 years to pay them off, 10 years, 20 years? Are you never going to be able to pay it off? So then maybe you shouldn't get that degree. But then you get all these people, oh, we've got to support the arts, and all that. Well, I mean, back in the olden days, there was patrons of the arts, private individuals. I mean, it shouldn't that be the way it is? Why should everybody, at gunpoint be made to give and support something that maybe they don't even care about in the first place? We had the incident over in Burns, Oregon. I guess Oregon's just really wanting to be in the news lately. You had the Bundys over there taking over that federal wildlife refuge, and then now the feds came in, surrounded them. Basically, they gave up. So I guess they're going to be serving some time, paying some fines. But once again, see the main issue got lost. Once again, look over here while the real stuff's happening over here. The real issue is the feds have no business there in the first place. They're just going around taking our lands, taking state lands. No, we need to put a stop to it. And that's what people just don't understand. They just can't seem to grasp the big picture, what's really going on. That we've got a federal government that is just a behemoth, Goliath-sized monster that needs to be, brought down. It does. It's as I told somebody the other day, there's only really 3 ways to change the system. Either 1, through the ballot process, 2, take your chances in court on a system that's already against you, or 3, lock and load. It's bullets or ballots, And other than that, I mean, you can do all the protesting you want, all the rallies, all the tweets, all the Facebook posts, but does that really do any good when it's all said and done? If you can't rally enough people to your cause to get them to come out and vote, if you can't argue your cause, and even if you can argue your cause, it doesn't mean they're going to find in your favor, in the courts of law. That doesn't work. Well, what did the forefathers do? They got out the muskets, and they fought off the redcoats. And that just might come to that. I mean, I don't know what the last straw would be. I don't know where people are drawing the line. If they tried to repeal the Second Amendment, would that cause a civil war in this country? I don't know. I mean, so some of the things that are going on, you just wonder, why do we let it happen? Well, once again, the only 3 things we can do are ballots. That's not working. Going to court, that works some of the time, not all the time. And nobody's really willing to get down to the bullets. So that's where we stand, my fellow Americans. So I guess in closing, what I'd like to say is, life is choices. You've got to choose. You make your choices, you take action, those actions have consequences. Basically, you have to live your life the way you see fit. I'm not going to tell you how to do it. Even if I did, you probably wouldn't listen, and it might not even work for you, even though it might work for me. So I'm just, one voice amongst millions, literally, and only a few of you listen anyway. So I guess that's just the way it is, my fellow Americans. As always, wake up and smell the tyranny.